Alrighty, let's see if everything's working here. Testing. Testing, testing. Testing. Hello? Testing. Yep, okay, we're good. So, I am a adjunct professor at Butler Community College, and my name is Harrison Hatridge, and I'm currently teaching, one of the classes I'm teaching this semester is game graphics. I am programming, creating a game, and then my students for game graphics are in charge of all the graphics for it. So these aren't any of the textures they've made or anything yet. These are just placeholders. So this is going to be like a rolling ball game. And they're going to be making levels, textures, effects, and all that type of stuff for it. So I am currently working on the actual game itself. Now, for the next assignment, they'll be creating textures to go on this ball, and like for the first texture design assignment, and those are going to be skins that the player can play as. So I did some research on how to manipulate the textures that are rendered on a specific game object within scripts. And I have this game manager script, and it has room for improvement, but I created this public array called skins. And then I created this variable called skin ID max and set it equal to the length of this array. The reason for this is because in the pause menu, like in the settings, I'm going to let the player be able to select their skin that they want out of the skins my students make, and so they're going to be able to like cycle through the different skins, and so the IDs are being used to allow you to like know which skin you're on, and they're going to be buttons they press. So there's the skin ID add and skin ID subtract. So this is quite simple. I need to create I'm going to go ahead and create a private integer. At least it'll be private for now. I may need to change that, and we'll do current skin ID, which by default, I think we'll go ahead and set that to 1. So we'll go skin ID add, just plus plus. Oh gosh, that is not plus. Later on I'll use player prefs, but right now I'm not going to worry about that. We're just trying to get basic functionality down at the moment. What am I doing? No. Current, I'm a little tired. Current skin ID, and then minus. So this should change the skin ID when I press the buttons that I want to press, which let's actually make those. So in my, where is it? Player UI here, I have this pause menu, which I'll turn on right now. Let me bring the game view down here. So you can see when they pause the game, this is what they see, this resume menu quit. Now I would like to have a settings button in the middle of that. So let's go ahead and grab our menu and quit button, and we're going to go ahead and just move those down a bit. Maybe something like that. Doesn't need to be perfect right now. I'm going to duplicate the menu button and move it up, and these will need to move down now. Oops, these two. Let's see. Something like that, and I'll bring the resume up a little bit. Sure. Okay, now this is going to need to be called, we'll say skin. This will be our skin button, and then go ahead and call this skin text, and make the text say skin. So when they click this, they're going to go into a menu to select their skin, ideally. Or actually, maybe I want them to be able to change their... You know what? Actually, let's remove a step here. Let's just Control-Z this. Instead of making a whole nother page for selecting their skin, I'm just going to actually have it built in right into the menu here. So we have our buttons here. Let's go ahead and create a empty game object under here and just call this buttons. Let's grab all of our buttons and put them under here. And we'll take our buttons and we'll move them off to the side here for now. I'm going to also grab this background and go ahead, make this a bit darker. Maybe spread these buttons out a bit more. Something like that. It's fine. We will improve them in the future. Okay, so I have those, and then over here I'd like my skin to show. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we want like a sample, like a default image here. Ooh, and this actually gives me an idea. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I think what I'll do is I'll go into my player UI, or pause menu, sorry, rather. Let's go to UI and let's create a raw image, right? And we're gonna call this current. Oh my gosh, I can't spell. Current skin visual. Right? So let's go ahead and we'll bring that over here somewhere. Size it up. I'll actually make this a circle eventually, but right now we're just going to leave it as a square. All it really needs to be is a square anyway. So this is what's going to display what skin we currently have selected. I think that would be cool. Next, what we need are some buttons. So what I'm going to actually do, I think, is I'm going to go into my... I have a similar thing like this built for my main menu. I'm going to go into my scenes, and I'm going to go to the main menu. In the main menu, there's a settings menu. So let's get rid of this and pull up our settings here. You'll notice this it's something. This is basically what I want here, is in the resolution settings. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, set apply. Here we go. This is what I want. This set resolution here. We're going to go ahead and copy this. And actually, never mind. Hold on. Let me do this. Turn this back on. Now we'll go in here. Maybe. Save. Okay. What I'd like to do, let me paste this set resolution here. Let's bring it into here, put it under the pause menu. Okay. So we have our set resolution here. Now, obviously, this isn't set resolution. This is going to be set skin. And then we're going to do our label here is going to say skin. Because, you know, that makes sense, I think. Let's go ahead and bring this over to here. Let's move this whole thing to right about there. It's fine. Now, this box is kind of huge. I'll probably go ahead and shrink this down a bit. Is that shrinking the 0 as well? Oh my god, this is agonizingly slow. It is. Okay, let's not do it like that, actually, then. If I... There we go. That's what I wanted. Let's do something like this. And then bring this res right label over here. Line it up a bit better. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Just trying to just increase this a little bit. Let's grab our set skin and move it over just a bit. There we go. That'll do for now. It's kind of small. I'll probably make both of these bigger, but for now we're just going to leave it at that, even though it's not perfect right now, and that's not centered exactly how I want it. So, we have this res left button here, and res right. So, for the res left, let's actually make this ID sub for ID subtract, and then ID add. Then what we're going to do is, in the button event, add our game manager, and we're going to choose our skin sub for the subtract, and do the same thing here, but choose add. Cool. Next thing I'm going to do is I want this to debug.log the current skin ID each time I do this. And then we can see if this is working before we invest a bunch of time into this. So, let's press play here. When I press... Oh gosh, hold on. Well, it shouldn't matter. Yes, it will. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's turn the pause menu off so this is working properly. Alright, pause. And now when I do this... Good, it went up to 2. That's exactly what it should have done. It went up to 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9, 10. Now it can keep going, which is a problem. I don't want it to be able to do that. Is my left button not working? My left button doesn't seem to be working. Why is my left button not working? Oh, well, that's not what you want to see. Okay, let's turn this pause menu back on. What are you doing? Left label, huh? We have on click here. They look to be the same. Rotation and scale and the Z's. What's going on there? Why do you not want to do what you're supposed to do, huh? It's quite odd. I mean, you shouldn't be any different. Let's go ahead. Here's what I'm going to do to fix this problem. We're going to go ahead and delete our sub. We're just going to duplicate our add and call this ID sub. We're going to go ahead and bring it over to about here. Let's go into the text and change it. Oh, I forgot about how hold on. Let me go back. I forgot I had to do a weird thing with this. Yeah, because in the sub, it's facing that way. In the add, it's also facing that way. And you actually have to flip the... Why can't I add? Right. Well, then why wouldn't I just... Hold on. Never mind. This whole thing is stupid. Let me just... Yes, I was right. Delete the sub. Duplicate the add. Bring the add over here. Rename it to ID sub. There we go. Okay. And then in here, in the game manager, we want to go ahead and sub. And that should work. You gonna work now? Ugh, I keep forgetting I need to do this. There we go. Okay, they're both working now. This is great. Here's our problem. Here's our problemo, is that we can go over the min and maximum. Now, that's very easy to fix. One thing I also need to do is the current skin ID in the start. Current skin ID needs to equal the... actually, it starts at 1. Yeah, actually, that's fine. We don't need to mess with that right now. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to add this, but we only want to do it if the current skin ID is less than or equal to the current skin ID minus 1. In other words, in this case, 6. But we want to be able to, you know, work with this easier. So current skin ID minus 1. Then we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Else it will just do nothing, so we don't have to put anything else there. And then similar idea down here, just different. This one, we will only subtract the current skin ID if it is greater than or equal to... Or no, wait, I don't want current skin ID here. I want max skin ID. Skin ID max, yeah. Skin ID max. And that... Oops, excuse me. Then we have the skin ID minimum, which is 1. So we want, if it's greater than or equal to skin ID minimum, and then it would be plus, the current skin ID minimum is always going to be 1. I'm having a brain fart right now. We don't want it to subtract if it's 1, so if it's greater than or equal to 2, so skin ID, min skin ID, or skin ID min plus 1. Now when I do this, I should not be able to, oh, also this needs to display what it actually is. So 2, 3, let's go down, we can't go less than 1. Let's keep going, we can't go greater than 7. Perfect. The next thing we need to do is make this display the actual number, which, it's been a hot second, I actually need to remember how to do that again. Should be in one of my scripts in this project, actually. And that's just as simple as in the update, just being like, hey, this number, make equal that. And if I go into my scripts and we go to the menu manager, it should be, I did that somewhere in here, so it would be in the update, I think. Or no, we would change it on the, there's no need to change it on the update. You do it at the start and then in the, each time you change it. So we would have a, here we go, text, resolution label, right? So let's go Control F, resolution label. Dot text equals this, okay. Selected res, dot horizontal, dot toString plus, okay, I see what I'm doing there, yeah, I remember. So let's go ahead and use this. So first off, we're going to need a text, actually we need to be using Unity engine.ui first. And then we're going to need a public, I know this isn't super organized right now, but a public text variable. And we're going to call this skin ID visual, right? And then in the start, we want our skin ID visual dot text to be equal to, and let me just make sure I'm not missing anything when it comes to setting this. Where am I? Oh god. Here we go. Dot text equals, and then I should just be able to, yeah, dot toString. Yeah, okay. So then we'll go ahead and grab the current skin ID dot toString. And now I want to do the same thing each time we change this. Right here. So that should change the label that we're seeing there. You should be one. Funny story. Oh, wait, I haven't. I'm silly. I'm being a silly goose. Okay. Let's go into our game manager. Skin ID visual. That would be the res label, which it should not be called res label. Why are you not dragging in? What are you? Hold up. Pause menu. What are you? Are you not? Oh, here it is. Res text. Let's call this ID label now. ID label, and you are now ID text. Beautiful. Game manager. We want the ID text, of course. Silly me. And well, actually, while we're doing this, let's go ahead and go to our ID label and go to the text. Center this a bit better. Actually, can't I just... Is that centered? It doesn't look right to me. Okay, whatever. Doesn't need to be perfect right now. Pause menu, bonk. This should update now. Yes, it is 1. Can't go less than 1. Hooray! So now this actually shows what skin we're on, which is super awesome. So now it's just as simple as applying the skin. So what we can do, actually, is let's go ahead and do our script. The brunt of this is done, actually. And we're going to go ahead and get a public, let's go public game object. And we're actually going to want the visual for, oh wait, I did skin ID visual. No, we want the public game object skin visual, which is different. Which those are kind of, I feel like those are too close to the skin material visual. I guess we'll put it as that. So we have our skin material visual here, and we have our player here. Now, what we're going to do, and by the way, this is new to me. I've not done this before, so I know this might not be the most efficient way of doing things, but it's fine. So, in addition to updating the text, we actually need to update the material. We also need to update it in the start. So, down here in this load skin, which I guess this can be separate. No, it can just be put into here. And then I'll just do it at the start separately. So, first things first in the start, we need to set it equal to what the skin what the current selected skin is, which at first right now it's going to be 1 until I use player prefs. That's fine. So, player.component material equals, and then what we are going to want to do is go to our skins here, and now we need to put something in for this, which is going to be our current skin ID. I don't think we have to subtract that by 1. We're going to see if that works how it's supposed to. I shouldn't get any errors here. Awesome. And if you're wondering, the materials that I'm using, actually, I have these skin testing materials. These are all the ones that we're using to make sure this is working, which they're, I dragged these into this array here. So skin 6 is pink. So if this is doing what I think it is, it should load 6 first. Okay, it loaded 1 first. Why did you load 1 first? Okay, so we do need to subtract it then by 1. I wasn't sure. No, that makes sense, yeah, because that's using, yeah, that's starting at 0 there. That makes sense. Now it should be pink. Because arrays. There we go. So now, of course, when we change this, nothing happens still. Which is problemo. So we need to actually change it. Oh, also, I almost forgot. Our skin material visual needs to change. So if we go skin material visual dot get component render, so getting the renderer on the specific game object. And this is our little square we have. We go dot material is equal to skins, and then current skin ID minus 1. So when I load this up, this should also be pink, the material of the little square I have. It is not. Why are you not pink? The manager has not been assigned. Ah, my bad. Skin material visual, there it is. We should put this up there near this, actually, so that's not as confusing. So the visual is the, here we go, right here, current skin visual. Let's try this now. It is still not working. We love it. Let's see. There's no render attached to, okay, so hold on. This, oh, right, because this is not a 3D object. So this works a bit differently. This is a raw image canvas renderer. Maybe, can I do, dot color? Material visual dot get component canvas renderer? Right? I would think. Canvas renderer dot color. Okay. Does not contain a definition for color. Let's see. Google help. How to change color of UI image in C#. Dot get component image dot color. Okay. Image. And now I don't think this is gonna work with the material, but that's okay. Image.color. So we're going to do this for now. I have no clue what color this is. Well, we're just going to see if this throws me an error. It does not. Awesome. See what color that makes it. Okay. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. What are you talking about? 40. Component image. You know what? Okay, for now, let's, since this is giving us trouble for now, let's take a step back, and let's focus on the actual player skin. So, right here, what we're going to do is paste this material skins.current skin ID minus 1. Current skin ID minus 1. Yes, I think. I think that still applies there. Pretty sure. Let's try it. So, you're still mad at me. Why are you mad at me? What did I do? Oh, wait, no, that should still be from last time. Okay. Hey, look at that! We can successfully change our skin. Now we just need to figure out how to get this to work, but honestly, I might just do that another time. I'm pretty happy with where we're at now. We can quite easily go in and change our skin to whatever skin we want, which is super cool. I'm very happy about that. One thing I will get rid of is the debug. I do not need the debug anymore. So that is awesome. We love that. That is just fantastic. So here's the tricky part, right? Is I think what I'm going to end up having to do is I don't know if I can assign a... so I have this image here, right? I don't think I can... yeah, no. So this is not a material, right? This is a color. Now, I don't know if it's possible, but I bet it is for me to, in my script, be like, hey, look at this specific material that's assigned right now, and grab the RGB values from that and put that in a color variable. Then assign that color variable to this, the current skin visual right here. I think that's what I will have to do. I just don't know how to do it. I don't yet. I'll just do some research, but it shouldn't be that hard. But I'm pretty happy with where that's at right now. It's exactly what I wanted. Can very easily change the skin. So the next step will just be getting that to work, although you can see it there, which is quite nice. I could potentially... Actually, let me just see if this works. I'm not gonna lie, I've never done what I'm about to try to attempt right now. If this does work, then I just don't even have to worry about this. Can I... No. Maybe. Hold up. I mean, if this works, this just solves all my problems completely. Ah, you can't see it. Interesting. I wonder, layer UI. How unfortunate. I mean, I could cheese this. I have an idea for the... It is unfortunate I can't see it there. I wonder if I could create a 2D object in here. Anyway, yeah, problem for another time, but I'm very glad I got that working. That was fun. It's kind of satisfying when you get something working like that to be able to go in between. So what's nice about this too is I should be able, if I did this right, to, let's say I want to add like 2 more skins. Let's see, this will be skin 8. Oops, this will be skin 9. Skin 8, let's go for a yellow. Bright yellow, sure. Honestly, it looks like piss. Okay. Then we'll go for, let's do like a, around this color. Or, what have I not done yet? Do a more white-ish color. Okay. Yeah, like a greenish blue type thing. Now what I can do is I can go into my game manager and simply just grab all these. Oh, hold on. Let me lock this. But I should just be able to grab all these and... Oops, it added them. Hold up. Wait, can I just do this? Yes, I can. We can grab all of these, drag them into here, and this should work now with 13. So... Okay, it stopped at 9. Oh, wait, not 13. What am I saying? 9. You know what I'm talking about. 9. There's 9 skins now. So it should work, which it does, with any number I put in there, which is super awesome. We love that. So I think I want to be this purple color. Resume. And so, again, the next step, too, what I'm eventually, once I use player prefs, which shouldn't be too hard to incorporate, then when I exit out and go back in, it should still be purple from what I chose. So, yeah. I think that's all for this stream. Pretty short one, but... I think it was efficient and was quite interesting in my opinion. So if anyone ended up watching or was watching, which I don't think anyone was, but if someone ends up watching this,